you never chase, my friend. Whatever you're working on right now, you don't chase it. Know that you don't chase it. You've decided to experience more out of your life. You've decided because you know you deserve more, and you know that you deserve more because you know you've come here to experience more out of life. As a little kid, you've been pure being that was curious about everything, and then society pushed onto you certain ideas and perceptions and concepts, what's possible and what's not possible, and suddenly you've started believing them. But you recognize that you want more. You want more because you deserve more, and you deserve more because that's what life is all about. Life is all about experiencing incredible joy for new experiences and making something out of nothing, like a magic. So we never chase things, we always attract them based by who we are. And because we're slowly moving into a new year, I want to give you a message that will help you to form and shape your life, to really create this laser-like focus that will help you to stay attached to the timeline that is the most beneficial for you. As timeline is this constant motion of events that are unfolding one into another, and it's manifesting according to who you are in this present moment. And if you recognize that you don't need to be who you were in the past, you will notice that you're infinite being having incredible capacity of ability to change and reshape yourself, and not to change for the standards of others, but to change for the vision of your true self, to change in a form, in a way, in an identity, in a character that will be the most fulfilling to you, that will resonate with your heart the most. You know, when you reflect on your good qualities, when you reflect on your strengths, when you reflect on your passions, and you reflect on what you love the most in this life experience, you will notice that this is what I want to shape my life around. You may find yourself right now doing a job you don't like. You may find yourself being a relationship that is destructive for you. You may find yourself eating food that is not healthy for you. You may find yourself not being active, not being healthy. And those are all just inspirations for you to make a positive shift in your life, to look at it as a sign that it's time to wake up. It's time to wake up and decide, okay, from now on, I'm done with that. Maybe you don't need to quit your job immediately, but have a goal for, if that's your own business or just finding a more fulfilling job or whatever it is, go and do it. If you know that you deserve a better relationship, well, take a piece of paper and write down what that perfect relationship would be for you. Just decide. So I always like to say that job, it's completely okay. But I think that whatever job we find, we never get an experience there to be everything we can be. So all jobs I had in my life, I've always learned a lot at any job I had. But at each job I came to a certain point where I couldn't grow anymore. So at some point I just knew, okay, I'm done with finding new jobs. My last job was my dream job, and back at that time I knew, okay, if at my dream job I don't experience it anymore as something I'm really excited about, it's time to build something new, something that I will be responsible for, something that it will depend on my creative capacity. And when we experience there is no job that will satisfy us, it's most probably time to build something that will be your own. And if you find yourself right now at this position, I want to give you a few thoughts on that, because it's a scary position. It's a very scary position. But at the same time, there's a feeling within you that you just need to embark yourself on that journey. You need to try it out. You need to test yourself, and you need to be tested to see how determined you are, how persistent you can be, how much you trust into yourself, into the universe, how much you trust that when you don't know what to do, the right insights will find you and everything will unfold as it's supposed to. So when we find ourselves in that position, and it may be same for relationships, you may find yourself being in a relationship that is emotionally destructive, physically and mentally destructive, but you're afraid of letting go of that relationship. Those are heavy decisions, but those are decisions that can drastically change our lives. And I think right now is the best time to reflect on that and to decide. Because the biggest problem for many of us, and it is a problem, it's a huge challenge, is that we just don't decide. We experience this intuitive sensation to make a change, but then we never decide. And we don't decide because we are not clear on what we want. And we are not clear on what we want because we don't take time for that. And we don't take time for that because we are procrastinating on clarity, because we are afraid of failure. And we're only afraid of failure because we think that if we will fail, we will show other people that they were right for us. And because we're scared that it may happen this way, we rather don't do anything and stay in destructive relationships and stay at boring jobs and stay at places where we are dying. And we keep repeating the same cycles. So there's only one way to break through, to break these cycles and to start something new, and it's to take time, grab a piece of paper, and have a moment of clarity. Have a moment of clarity to decide what your dream life will be. And when you start writing down, clarity will not take place immediately. It will not. But what will happen, you will start to think deeply about yourself. You will question everything you know. You will be challenged by your belief systems. And your fears will come to the surface. Your ego will try to pull you back into this limited box. And you will be challenged by all of that. But if you really trust what we are talking about, there's the wiser part of you. There's the higher self that guides you through this process. You don't need any other guide because you're already guided. And that other part of you will ride you through the process. And if you start trusting that other part of you, you may be wondering, what does it all mean? Well, you've experienced that sensation that just encouraged you to make a change in your life, to experience something new. Especially if you're more sensitive, you sense this more deeply. If you're like, this intuitive person that just sense everything, you sense this voice often. This is your true self. This is that inner purity, that pure version of yourself that was born into this world out of creative curiosity and deep enthusiasm for bringing refreshment to this planet. It can only happen through you. But at some point you started suppressing that voice because of your mental concepts that were just projected onto you. And you now hold yourself tightly to them. You're being poisoned by them. But there is this inner purity beneath all of that is here and there. It starts knocking on the doors of your consciousness, saying, hey, listen to me and follow me. And when you experience that, it's that sensation that calls you, hey, end this relationship, hey, start this relationship, hey, change your job, hey, start that company, go into that business, invest into that thing, or start that art project, call that person, go on to a meeting, go on to a date, ask that person out. Those are these things. As soon after that voice, fear turns on. So we just need to start finding a difference between intuition and fear. Intuition is always the first voice, the one that inspires us but then scares us, because we start intellectually reflecting it. And as soon as we start thinking about it, we start to think automatically about the worst case scenarios. That's why it turns on fear. So I just want to remind you to be really specific around the life you are intending to experience. This is the most beautiful time to think about this. And then get rid of blocks. What are blocks? Those are stories that are holding you back, beliefs that are holding you back. And we don't just let go of them. We never fully let go of them. We actually release them by questioning them, so we can form a new story. So when you have this belief, okay, I can't be this ultra successful entrepreneur only because no one in my family is. You may have this belief, or you can't succeed on YouTube, or whatever you have. You know that the only key for any success is to be innovative, to have creative ideas. So you need to recognize for yourself where you are the most natural. What is the thing that feels the most natural? Because it will lead you to creative thinking, to being innovative. Maybe your job is not to be an entrepreneur, but maybe to be an artist. Or maybe you find yourself, like I found myself being an artist, but I'm also an entrepreneur. I also love to run a business, and I love to be creative around possibilities, and to just expand in areas I feel drawn to. I love using my creative capacities wherever I feel drawn to. And I found myself having a great joy doing that. So I'm not just artist, I'm not just here on YouTube sharing stories with you and inspiration with you. I'm doing many different things because I like to do that. I'm not doing it because I must do it or whatever. I'm doing it because I love to do it. But a lot of these things require also doing it when we don't like to do it. Because that's how life is. It's our biological experience of life. Like sometimes we feel more motivated, sometimes we feel less motivated, but it's about discipline. It's about, being, knowing why we are doing it. And we can only stay disciplined for something that is our nature, that is just something we always wanted to do. And sometimes we come to the finish line where we recognize, okay, let's start something new. Like when I'm working on a painting, and sometimes I just feel that this painting is not going anywhere and I will repaint it. You've seen many of videos like that. And sure, to anyone who would love to support my work, you can find my art in our Etsy store, AttractPassion. The link is in the description of this video. If you would like to put some inspiring paintings onto your walls, go and check it out. If any of the paintings will resonate with you, it's the one that speaks to you the most. So check it out. And then there are moments when we just don't know what to do. In those moments, I just let things go. So let things go. Stop worrying about it. And I know stop worrying about it sounds like something impossible, but it truly means to let it go. Ask the universe for guidance. Ask the universe for clarity. Ask the universe for answers. And be amazed how they will find you. I'm constantly receiving messages from you writing how in each video you received exactly what you needed to hear. And that's how everything works. Sometimes I'm reading a book and I get exactly what I needed. Sometimes I'm doing something within my company where I don't know how to solve that. And just that day I come across a certain information in a book that I'm reading, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's what we need. We need to expand our marketing here. We need to do something new here. We need to experiment here a little bit more. So it's constant experimentation. It's constant experimenting, constant challenging, to challenge ourselves. If we don't challenge ourselves, life will challenge us. Other people will challenge us. And it's just about saying yes to those challenges. But sure, you need to be ready for that. So you need to make sure you are stable, your body is strong, and you are being healthy. Health is our main foundation, right? Health is wealth. So health is our main foundation. So make sure that 2024 will be a year of the most incredible health for yourself. And right now you're setting intention for the next year. Isn't that true? Right now you're setting an intention. And if you're dealing with something you don't have answers to, ask the universe and trust that the answers will find you. But don't weigh them. Study, research, look for them. You can't find answers if you're just doing nothing and waiting for them. Go into a library, go into a bookstore, and see if any book will call you. Sometimes it happens that book just falls out of a shelf and you grab it and you know this is the right one. And be surprised by that. So many incredible things find us like that, almost out of nowhere. But we need to move towards it. We need to take action. It's not about being in the moment always. It's about flowing with moments. Life is like a river, my friend. It is flowing. So flow with it. And to flow with it truly means that you take action that is intentional action. That's what leads to inspired action. Inspired action means that you are led by spirit. To be led by spirit means that you need to be conscious of your spirit. And to be conscious of your spirit means to listen to yourself, to listen to your needs, to listen to your emotional poverty. Because we all have it within. Most of us. So listen to it and see and feel what you need and fill up that cup. If you're lacking love, don't look for love outside of you. You need it. Be that loving mentor to your younger self and do things that your older self will be proud of. So take time and really ask yourself, what are my emotional needs? And you will soon feel, oh, I need some courage. What is courage? Ask the ancient philosophers. Go and study philosophy a little bit. You will notice courage is not the opposite of fear. Courage is just knowing what to be afraid of and what not to be afraid of. Fear is just an emotion that is felt out of the things we don't understand. Like some regular person may be scared of ill health, while a doctor is not so scared of it because a doctor understands how immune system works. And because he understands it, he can make sure that he's nurturing it. While someone who don't understand it or who doesn't understand it may be much more scared of losing health. So, for example, when we understand how money works, we're not afraid of poverty anymore. Now we know what to do. And it all comes to then mental poverty, right? Are you studying what is a challenge in your life? Are you studying? Are you growing? Are you expanding yourself? If not, may it be an intention that in 2024 you will read a book, one book a week. Let's set a challenge for yourself. You will read one book a week. If you can't find time for that, you will read one book a month at least. And you will see, you will learn so much that you can't stay the same anymore. You will leave some people behind. You will leave maybe your job behind. And maybe you will move to a new place. Maybe you will move to a new country. Maybe you can come and visit me in Slovenia. Come into my gallery. So you see, it's all about exploration, adventure, researching. And that's how you prepare yourself to receive. Sometimes people are wondering, hey, how to get ready to experience a life I truly want. And I always say, well, you can't get ready without doing anything. When you do everything that was in your power and you still look up for improvement where there's a potential for improvement, that's how you get ready to receive. When you recognize that you have done everything that was possible for you, you've done everything you could, and if you could do more, you would do more. When you've done everything that was in your power, then you're ready to receive. So when you live your life like that, when you want a certain change, a change in relationship, and you go out and you meet new people, you go to workshops or wherever you can find new people, maybe just into a coffee shop, and just be communicative, open up, talk with someone. That's how you know you're doing your best, right? You can't meet a new person if you don't show up anywhere. And be grateful for whatever is already happening. Sometimes I like to say someone who's constantly complaining to buy a journaling block and every single day write one page of the things you can be grateful for today, every single day. Do it until that journaling block will be full. Try it out. Every single day, fill up the whole page with the things you can be grateful for today. And they say, well, the first day I couldn't find one thing, or maybe I found 3. But after 1 month, I've noticed that every time I'm writing that, I feel much better. But the next day, I became perceptive for the things I could be grateful for, so I can remember them. So at the end of the day, I can write them down. And it just trained my brain to see more things I am grateful for. And suddenly I've started noticing so many things that were present before, but I actually couldn't see them. So there's actually a lot of science to back it up. When we are practicing gratitude, our stress level and depression level will decrease, and a lot of positive chemistry will increase. A lot of dopamine is released in the brain that helps us to become even more focused, even more aware, and even more creative, which is the most beautiful thing to do. So if you practice that, I can promise you your life will drastically change. You will experience many breakthroughs, and you will notice that you truly are a creator of your life. So you never chase things, you always attract them. So affirm to yourself, I am refreshed and full of energy. You can write it down in the comment section. Let's write these affirmations down. I am refreshed and full of energy. I release yesterday's burdens and start fresh. I choose to attract positive energy today. I'm grateful for the new opportunity this morning brings. When you start your day, I'm grateful for the new opportunity this morning brings. Today could be the best day of my life. Let's start your day like that. Today will be the best day of my life. I will make positive difference today. I will accomplish my goals today. Will you? Sure you will. Let's decide that, my friend. It's all about decision. I will accomplish my goals today. Today, I will be gentle with myself. Sometimes we just need to be gentle, right? It's about work and sometimes we push a little bit. But then we also need to be gentle because sometimes things are just not moving. It's about the rhythm, right? Sometimes we're on that flow where everything grows, and then there are times when things are falling down and we need to be gentle to ourselves. Like, let's be easy on yourself. Right? And allow yourself to be happy right now. Because you can be lost in the past, or you can decide, well, what if the next moment you will not be here anymore? Can you be happy for a moment right now? Can you decide, can you choose to be happy right now? Just for a moment to see how it feels. Can you put a smile on your face and maybe be grateful that your heart is beating? That a force loves you so much that it makes your heart beating right now. Can you express some gratitude for this? Just try it out, experiment with it a little bit. You will notice that you are in control of your mood. And when you notice that you're in control of your mood, let's try it out at more stressful situations. Let's try it out when somebody will test your courage or your kindness, or when somebody will actually do something maybe something that is not righteous. And try this technique there. Before you react, take a deep breath. Breathe in and breathe out, and then respond. You will see that you are in control of your biology. You are in control of your energy. You are in control of how you respond to life. My friends, I hope you found something valuable today. I'm sending you lots of love, blessings, and power. Thanks to all of you for supporting my art in our Etsy store. I Draw My Passion. The link is in the description. I hope, once again, you've enjoyed in this one, and till next time, one love.